Good afternoon. Good to see you again. I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk to you today about why our foundational characteristics and traits work. Why does it work? Why are we proposing something that just hasn't been around too much? And we've been walking in a management style for decades that's challenging. And this is the bottom line. And it doesn't matter which spiritual persuasion you have. Every single spiritual source has relationships in it, exemplified many times by families and the importance of the family in life. But inside the family, it's the relationships of the family. Now, I'm going to give this to you from the Christian view because that happens to be the hat that I wear. If you go to Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 28, you see the entire story of the creation of man. 3 verses. Verse 26, God stated, "Let us make man in our image and after our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air." Da, 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 da. Verse 27, He made man, made up of male and female. The two of them together embody the totalness of God. But verse 28 is the reason all of this works. Because in verse 28, God commissioned man. And He said, first of all, I'm going to do this a little bit more detail. Verse 28 says, God blessed them. Now, in that blessing, God gave man as an individual everything they ever needed to be successful: your personality, your skills, your traits, the whole thing. He gave it to you. You didn't have it all. It was there. It just wasn't developed, right? When you were born, you could do basically four things, and it wasn't lead people yet. But He gave you the ability to grow the skills that He gave you. Okay, this next thing He says is, be fruitful and multiply. Well, that's more than making babies. Fruitful means do something with your life. Take all the skills I gave you, He says, and do something with your life. And when you get to the multiply piece, it does include babies, but it also includes be great. Multiply, multiply your fruit. Multiply your fruit. And then He went on and He said, fill the earth and subdue it. Okay? He gave us the earth to use it, put it to good use. And then we get to this rule statement again. Now listen carefully. And rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on, which means on all fours, and creeps like insects or worms on the earth. And here's the point of this particular message: man is not in the rule list. He wasn't in it in verse 26, and he's not in it in verse 28. Man was made to have relationships with each other, not to be ruled by man. I can go through history and find all sorts of challenges to that. But I only bring this up to you as the source of why it works. And it works because we were made this way. We were made to be relational. And when we are, we're just a whole lot more successful. Families live on relationships. So can your business. Nice talking to you. God bless you.